Welcome back to the Crypto's Key Conversation. Throughout this video, we're going to be looking at what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. We're going to be taking a look at the FBI launching a new crypto crimes unit. We're also going to be looking at what JP Morgan's been saying about global regulation for the crypto market. We're also going to take a look back at the Wells Fargo crypto report, which was awesome. We're going to be looking at the New York Stock Exchange filing their trademark application. Chainlink's verifiable random function V2 goes live on their mainnet. We're going to be looking at the Russian ministry, them legalizing mining. Cardano Sunday Swap announces reserve ISO proposal, and here's what it means. So we're going to take a look at, the benefits and the positivity coming out of that. And then we're going to end looking at what's going on with Red Bull and their partnership with Bybit. So looking at the CoinGecko here, we're currently sitting at a $1.99 trillion market cap, currently down 2.7% for the day. Looking at the top 10, Bitcoin sitting at 41,994, Ethereum sitting at 2,984. Tether Binance Coin sitting at 414, XRP sitting at 80 cents, Cardano sitting at $1.05, Solana is sitting at $97, Avalanche is sitting at $90, and Terra is sitting at $54. Looking at the top gainer within a 24-hour period, never heard of it. You got Cosmos up there. So, not much green in the market today, but looking at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, we're in the neutral range still. So now we're up from yesterday. We were at a 51, now we're at a 52. So a little bit more positivity in there. Coming over here, looking at CNN's report on what's going on with Russia. So it says U.S. says Russia has added 7,000 troops along Ukraine border despite claims of pullback. So obviously, as we continue to track what's going on with this Russian-Ukraine potential invasion, we don't. I mean, I personally don't really know, if they actually are invading, or is the U.S. kind of pulling out just a bunch of FUD within the market, or is this an actual real thing? So there's just a bunch of questions that go behind this, and obviously, us not being there, it's kind of hard to really know what's really happening. But this is definitely going to cause some turmoil and some FUD and fear, and it's going to place it within our markets. And as we see, we may be in the neutral range, but if you look at us for today, if we go ahead and back and refresh this, as in the crypto market, I mean, we're down almost 3%. And there's a lot more red than green for the day. Coming over here, the FBI launches a new crypto crimes unit. It says the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team will investigate ransomware and other crimes with tools including blockchain analysis. So it says the FBI is launching a new team to investigate crimes including cryptocurrencies. The National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team, announced by Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, will evaluate which type of crimes involving crypto might need more resources to investigate and prosecute these cases. So coming over here, Bitcoin Magazine had tweeted just in the FBI to form a national cryptocurrency unit focusing on blockchain analysis and virtual asset seizure. So thinking about this, it's like, okay, obviously they're allocating a lot of money to outfit this team to, as they say, investigate these virtual ransomwares or these virtual crimes utilizing digital assets. So it kind of makes me think of kind of what's going on with Canada, and Canada invokes emergency acts targeting crowdfunding crypto. So we talked about Canada stopping the crowdfunding on those GoFundMe type platforms, and now they I think it was FinTech or something. We covered it yesterday, but they're pretty much letting them know, like, hey, we need to make sure we find a way to cut off these Bitcoin wallets, and there was like 30 wallets. So it's like, okay, now you have the SEC over-regulating, trying to hinder innovation for certain digital assets. Now they're coming after crypto platforms. Now you have these FBI launches their new crypto crimes unit, and then you have like Canada kind of overstepping, kind of shutting down all these crowdfunding. So it's like we're starting to see like a pattern forming here. But what they don't realize is like these acts and all these things, all this does is push more and more people into the crypto space, because you can shut off when it comes to centralized entities. You can shut off our connections to our money, for like in our banks or whatever, certain assets that are tied into a central entity. But when it comes to the digital asset space, the decentralized nature of the crypto space, good luck trying to stop it. Now let's get into some positivity. So we just covered some of the negativities that's been coming out, but looking at some positivity, this is huge. JP Morgan, global regulation urgently needed for banks to help clients invest in crypto. So not even considering the banks. So we've been covering a lot on this channel, especially when it comes to the Ripple versus SC, and we're talking about how important it is that we do get that regulatory clarity as XRP and Ripple investors. So, we get that regulatory clarity so that Ripple continue to, grow and expand and do what they have to do to kind of solve the real world use case that we have, the real world problem that we're dealing with in our, cross border remittances and our financial institution. So the fact that, you have JP Morgan coming out saying that we need some global regulation urgently is absolutely massive, because there's millions of people that want to invest in crypto, but they have fear. There's uncertainty and they don't trust it. So having global regulation and having that clarity and having it fast is only going to allow banks like JP Morgan and other institutions to be able to provide crypto for their clients, which is absolutely massive. So coming down here says, a global, consistent crypto regulatory framework is urgently needed to allow banks to handle crypto assets on behalf of large customers, says JP Morgan. We need a globally consistent regulatory framework. It's important that we get to a solution as quickly as possible. I love the sound of that. We all need that for sure for the entire space. There's a quote right here that says, I do think we need a globally consistent regulatory framework. It's important that we get to a solution as quickly as possible. Continuing on, it says, this is from JP Morgan's regulatory affairs. It says, the real risk to all of these economies is that if we don't get to a solution that allows banks to engage with our clients in a hedged way, this activity will go outside the regulatory parameter, and I am concerned about financial stability. So yeah, there's a good point there. But all in all, this is huge to have JP Morgan come out and say this, because this is what we've been crying for, just begging for in a sense, especially as XRP and Ripple investors and people that's been following the Ripple versus SC case. It's like we've been begging for this, so we need this for the entire space. This is absolutely massive. So this goes back into what we touched on with the Wells Fargo stuff. So I want to thank Digital Asset News for reminding me to kind of put this up, because they had it. Rob had it in his video today, and it just reminded me I wanted to put this up again. It says, this is from Wells Fargo, and this was their kind of like their deep dive. It says, cryptocurrencies too early or too late. The key takeaways: cryptocurrency users are growing globally and rapidly off a low base. Cryptocurrencies appear to be in a hyper adoption phase. Listen to that. Let me go ahead and highlight that. It's a hyper adoption phase, which is absolutely massive, similar to that of the internet during the mid to late 1990s. So come down here, they got like some diagrams here. It says Bitcoin price history, so you can look at 2010, and then as currently, obviously there's been a lot of volatility, but look, it's just literally just been up. Cumulative, look at the percent, annualized, 216%. Coming down here, there's some cool stuff down here. So it says chart 3, technology S-curve. So they're looking at, electricity, cell phones, automobile, color TV, internet, radio, crypto. So like, let's look at radio. Look at radio. And then we look at internet, what's the hashes, and then look at crypto. Just a blip on the radar. I mean, come on now. We are so early. Look at this. It says internet usage history versus crypto users. So look at this. So the internet users is this red line. Massive, right? Look at the crypto users. Look at this. In relation, right? Based on users. Look how early we are. So like, we may be, you remember we were just in this extreme fear range, right? We saw it at 10, weeks ago, so remember how we felt when we were down there, and we were thinking, all hell broke loose and things were just going to zero, right? I was here back. I've been investing since 2017, so I've rolled a cycle up and rolled it all the way down and carried through the bear market, and I've seen our market down to 100 billion. So I've seen, what this in regards of fear, I've seen what this asset has to offer in that regard. But like, okay, so understanding where we were, right, and how we felt, and you would think, I invested at Bitcoin's top, and now we're just so low, we're 50% down from our all-time high, or whatever the case is, right? But if you put this into perspective, look how early we are. If you have the ability to just hold your digital assets and you don't need the money right now, history speaks for itself. If you look at, past cycles, if you would just hold, you would be up by the next cycle. And it's just a reality. But look how early we are in user adoption. Once this kicks up to that, who knows what this space will be. Kathy Wood and ARK Invest was saying that this, by 2030, this crypto market cap could be, in total, can be over 40 trillion. We're literally under 2 trillion as of today. I mean, it's crazy. We're so early. So let's move on. So we talked about what was going on with the New York Stock Exchange, but it says that NYSE files trademark application for its own NFT marketplace. The move comes after the NYSE minted 6 NFTs last year, commemorating the debut of hot tech stocks on the exchange. So we covered this in our past videos, but I just think it's so important that, you know, that we keep shedding light on the positivities within the space, because this is absolutely massive. Coming over here, some more positives for Chainlink. You know, we haven't covered Chainlink much on this channel. I'm a huge investor in Chainlink as well. It says Chainlink verifiable random function V2 goes live on the mainnet. So it's Chainlink VRF V1 have previously crossed 3 million request transactions from NFT projects and blockchain games. So if you come down here, it says verifiable randomness solutions like Chainlink VRF V2 are essential for developers introducing entropy into on-chain gaming and NFT experiences, empowering them to create fair and tamper-proof play-to-earn games, which is massive. We know when it comes to that specific, the gaming sector within the crypto space is absolutely massive. Play-to-earn, earn-to-play, whatever the case is. NFTs, metaverse, all that stuff is massive when it comes to the crypto space, and it has a large user base and a lot of people interested in it. So to have this positivity within the Chainlink ecosystem is absolutely massive. Coming over here, Russian ministry wants to legalize Bitcoin mining in specific areas. The proposal aims to recognize crypto mining as a commercial activity and introduce taxes on its realized profits. So we covered this in a while back when they were first talking about, you know, the benefits of utilizing their available energy in regards of like they have like a surplus, right? They have certain areas, they have a surplus of energy that they can benefit from, you know, Bitcoin mining, and they kind of want to embrace it. So remember, Russia went from completely almost leaning towards banning Bitcoin and crypto to completely 180, and it's been happening so fast. Now they're in talks of, you know, making, you know, Bitcoin and other crypto digital assets legal tender. So this is absolutely massive. But it says Russian Ministry of Economic Development has greenlighted the concept of crypto mining regulation in the country, proposing to allow mining operation in areas with sustainable surplus in electricity generation, which is huge. That's absolutely massive. So obviously Russia's really trying to go full steam ahead with this thing. The USA's got to make sure that, you know, they get on board and don't fall behind. We don't want to get blockbuster while all these other countries and other world powers and, you know, big corporations and cities are starting to adopt this stuff. So coming over here, this from Am Crypto, it says Cardano SundaeSwap announces reverse ISO proposal, and here's what it means. So coming down here, it says SundaeSwap announces earlier today that its reverse ISO proposal introduced yesterday had received an 83% approval, and it will now take place from February 19th to the 24th of February. The reverse ISO is a staking mechanism aimed at redistributing ADA within smaller stake pool operations, or SPOs, that had initially lost a delegation. This will enhance decentralization within the Cardano ecosystem, according to SundaeSwap, which has planned to incentivize this process through the allocation of 20 million Sunday. So obviously, whenever it comes to the crypto space in general, decentralization is pretty much the biggest thing that this market aims to do in regards of, you know, kind of shifting some of the power, taking it out of these central entities and just kind of dispersing it to the people and around. So right here it says, quote, participants are rewarded for delegating ADA to single pool operators who received at least one vote in the original ISO scooper vote. So coming down here, it says the concentration seemed to be, right here, let's go right here. So it says, in the blog post earlier, SundaeSwap had revealed that while the ISO was aimed to promote new protocols and rewarding community members through electing SPOs, the response led to a concentration of ADA staking power in elected SPOs. The concentration seemed to be running counter to one of the core values of the Cardano network, decentralization. See, that's what we're talking about. So it says, quote, given the size of our own community, the SundaeSwap ISO diverted a lot of the delegation away from smaller pools with individual operators and started a trend towards rather than away from centralization. We have concentrated nearly 7 billion delegated ADA behind 40 different stake pool operators. So, you know, some positivity. They're starting to see, you know, a kink in the chain, or they're starting to see some weakness within the community based on, you know, them going away from the Cardano network's, you know, main primary goal of decentralization. So they're trying to find a way to bring some positivity and shed some light on kind of what's going on there. So that's a positive. We're going to end on this one. So just more adoption, more awareness, more eyes on it. So it says Red Bull's F1 team signs $150 million sponsorship deal with crypto exchange Bybit. The deal's worth $50 million per year, or $150 million for a total of 3 years. So, you know, just like we've had, the Super Bowl ads, we've had a bunch of different partnerships. You have crypto.com is the new Staples Center. You got crypto.com, you got the FTX arena. You have so much partnerships, sponsorships that's happening that's just bringing the brand of those particular companies, platforms, or digital assets that do partner with them, but is bringing awareness to the brand of the crypto space in general, more eyes. So, there's a lot of fans out there that watch, these races. So to have, this partnership with Bybit, that's just going to put eyes on, the crypto space in the grand scheme of things. So just a lot of positivities. With all that being said, I know I was rambling on a lot, but there's a lot of positivity that's going on with this space. And I just want to re-emphasize how important this is. Look how early we are. Internet users versus crypto users. We are so early to the party. Stay strong out there. Be safe.